Hi, it's Ben here from Datify. So today we're going to talk about ways to be smarter with your community management on Facebook. So we believe that Facebook community management is a science, not an art. There's a few reasons for that, which we'll touch on first. So for all the creativity in the world, you never quite know what is and isn't going to work on Facebook. It's down to your audience, the timing, what other content's been put out by other people at the same time, what's happening in the world. There's a whole variety of factors that can affect a Facebook post performance, and therefore you can't know for sure what is and isn't going to work straight away. That's a fact. And no matter how creative you are and how much you invest in ideas and creativity, you can never know for sure if that is going to pay off. So, we're not saying you shouldn't be creative with your Facebook page at all. Quite the opposite. We believe you should be, but we believe you should put data behind everything you do, work to optimize and measure to therefore ensure that your creativity is optimized and you have a better chance of performing better each time that you post, and with every new idea. So we've defined a process which we've written about in our latest ebook, which you can find on our website. We'll put a link up to that at the end of this video. The first thing that you really need to do after you've figured out your start ROI points, your costs and whatnot, is to define your position on Facebook. So this is as if you're starting a whole new strategy from scratch with your new page or otherwise. So you do reverse personas are a really helpful starting point. So don't think about who you're talking to right now, but think about who your business would be if it were a person. So put it into reverse. So, for Datify, we're trying to be the helpful marketing consultant, for instance. The key at this stage is to be creative while being true to your brand. Don't decide to make your business something it isn't for Facebook, which some people do. Stay true to who you are, and it will work. Second, you need to truly understand your audience, and that could be who is on your page right now or who you want to be on the page. It depends exactly what stage you're at. So you can use Facebook Power Editor, Facebook Insights. There's other tools. The social bakers. At Datify we have some useful data that we can show you, to begin to profile your audience to find out who they are, if they exist already on your page, or who you want them to be if you're just starting out, which it's sort of a media buying world you move into there. But you can sort of profile what that audience is and what they're interested in. Once you've got that data as to who you have or who you want or both, you can start again to create personas based on that data. So you can start to think of your audience in this defined way as to who they are as people and what they're interested in. Once you've got that and you have that understanding, it's really important to delve into your competitors' content. You've done their audience in the previous steps, so now it's really about their content to find out what's working for them in terms of content types. So that's videos, status updates, photos, posting times, content themes, tone of voice, all of the key things there, so that you can ensure that your Facebook content that you're going to offer is going to be competitive to that. So that step can be quite painful to collect the data and analyse it. But that's again a point where we can help with our data. We've got sort of tools that can really easily do that for us. So you can analyse any page's content quickly and efficiently. But there are manual ways of going through it if you want to. So the key there is to understand what's working. So measure the engagement rate per post and against over different time ranges. So it's all about tagging really, to truly understand. So once you have that, you can get a start position. Next, you need to generate some ideas for your page. So this is where the creativity comes in. So, but on the basis of understanding your audience and seeing what your competitors are doing, particularly what they're doing better than you, you can put your strategy down onto paper. So have an idea generation session, however you do that, put your strategy down onto paper, and have it all laid out ready. It's fine to get completely creative, but in theory you've got a few defined boundaries and a few defined ideas to focus on based on what that data says. Following this, depending on what you're doing, you start looking at monetization strategies or not. It depends exactly what you're doing. But the key to all of it at this stage is to once you're posting and your strategy is live, if you like, is to start measuring and iterating or pivoting if things aren't working. So at this early stage, we recommend going into your data every 2 to 4 weeks in order for you to measure what is happening and how you're performing. In essence, this will be a revision of steps, some of the previous steps in terms of looking at your audience, your competitors' content, and how your content is doing is the added element here. So Facebook Insights really helps at this stage, which can give you a quick indication of performance such as post engagement, paid reach, demographics, and so on. But the more bespoke methods start to really come into their own. So you can look at your content parting by day compared to competitors. Is it competitions that are driving your engagement, or are they not working at all? You pull it all out, you divide it all up, you analyze it fully, and you get a really strong picture of how to optimize your strategy. And optimizing your strategy ultimately makes your strategy better, makes your Facebook content better, which improves your engagement rate, which improves your reach, and therefore, in theory, if you're doing things right, improves your ROI. So if you follow this process, I'm confident that your Facebook page will perform better than before, which I think we'll struggle to find someone who doesn't want that. And you'll be able to continually improve the performance of your page over time, which ultimately, as I mentioned, improves everything for everyone. So to find out more, including seeing some example data and learning how to pull out some of the key metrics, you can download our free ebook, Facebook Community Management is a Science, Not an Art. We'll put a link up on the final slide in just a sec. In terms of the competitor analysis piece, we'll go into more detail on that in a couple of days' time on here. But yeah, it's time to start thinking a bit more scientifically about your Facebook page. Don't just see it as a creative, crazy area to do crazy things. Measure everything, plan, and you can get better at it over time. Thanks.